PHP Leadership Minute. I'm Rod Olson, or Coach O, and today I want to talk to you about a character quality that I believe is just so important for us as leaders in the 21st century, and we just talked about it at the conference, and that is called alertness. Now, if you recall, alertness means that we are constantly in a state of readiness, where we may have tasks that we're doing immediately, but our focus can also see beyond that immediate task so that we can develop alertness and see what's coming down the pike. Both, hey, we got to see both things, danger, potential threats that are coming as a leader, and also potential opportunities. And in today's world, it's very important. The industry that we're in, it's growing and things are moving. It's starting to pick back up, you know. Occupancy is starting to go back up, and soon the rates will be coming too. But we need to understand that if we're in a state of alertness, we can see what's coming and potentially forecast and then catch opportunities and seize opportunities that can take you and perhaps our organization to a whole nother level. Now, how do we cultivate alertness and how do we seize opportunity? That's what I want to talk to you about right now. Now, the first thing is cultivating alertness is pretty simple. We've got to make sure that we always are learning and studying our craft and our industry. I don't know what you're doing, but these podcasts are a great start, but you need to get online and you need to read as many articles and talk with people in the industry to see what the trends are and to see where things are moving and to have a great grasp of what's going on all around you, not just at a micro level at your hotel, but also at a macro level, perhaps regionally, nationally, and globally. That's huge that you have both perspectives, your hotel, but also what's going on everywhere else in the world. That's going to position you to be alert to anything that might happen that you could grab onto that may help us and specifically your hotel where you're at. Now, how do we seize opportunity? Well, the first thing is a good friend of mine, Clint Hurdle, used to be the manager of the Colorado Rockies when he took them to the World Series. Now he's coaching with the Texas Rangers, and he and I talk a lot about what's the most important thing for a coach to understand in regard to being alert and then seizing opportunity when you see it. Well, the first thing is preparation. You have to prepare for those opportunities, which means you have to study, you have to train, you have to observe, and you have to listen aggressively. That's very important, man. We've got to have our ears and antennas up, especially in our own hotels, but then also everywhere else when we talk to colleagues. So listen aggressively during your preparation. Now, the second thing that we have to do is once we observe and we listen aggressively, we now have to find those signals, and when we see those signals or those signs, we have to connect that to meaning. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you and I see a beware of dog sign, we'll probably think what? There's a big mean dog behind that fence and don't go in there. All right, same kind of thing. As you see signs in the hotel industry and for Providence Hospitality Partner, and you see trends, you need to be able to look at that sign, evaluate it in your own head with your own expertise, maybe even get some input and counsel from other people, and then understand how to link that sign to meaning. Maybe that means there's going to be a trend that the rates are starting to go up, or perhaps occupancy is, again, it's starting to go up. You need to understand those signs and then connect it to meaning. That's the second part of seizing opportunity. Now, once you've connected the signs and you have great meaning, you know where it's going. Now, the next thing is carpe diem, brother. You got to seize the opportunity, seize the day. So many people never take themselves to another level as a leader because they're afraid to make a decision. What keeps people from making decisions? It's fear. And you've heard me say this acronym before. Fear is simply false evidence appearing real. We've got to make sure that we make decisions based upon great information and great timing, but we've also got to understand we've got to make a decision. One of the greatest things I learned at Oklahoma State as a college football coach from both guys like Jimmy Johnson and Pat Jones was their ability to make decisions. You know what? You got to pull the trigger. If you just sit around all day and vacillate, and especially when you've got great information and the timing's right, pull the trigger. Go for it. Let's see what happens. And if you did your research properly and you prepared and you really understood what the signs meant, there's a great chance that you're going to be very successful, and two things may happen. If it's a dangerous threat, you may have protected your hotel and potentially all your people from great harm, and that's a very valuable asset to us. The second thing that may happen is you may catch a trend or seize an opportunity that we didn't even know was there, and now you're way ahead of the curve, and it could be a great benefit to not only you, but especially your property. So here's your coaching challenge for today. we have got to be in a state of alertness as a leader for Providence Hospitality Partner. That means we're constantly knowing what's going on beyond just our immediate tasks. And you can't be distracted. You know, you can't let yourself, you have enough things to do, let alone the immediate task. Now we're asking you to be alert to what's going around you and the trends, not only micro at a local level, but also macro nationally. So you can't be distracted by small things. You can't have your cell phone ringing all the time, because that's going to pull you away from things. So make sure that you have balance and that you, again, understand that you need to be in a state of readiness looking for things. The second challenge is you got to pull the trigger. Now, once you've made good decisions and once you've seen the signs and you've really got good meaning and research behind them, now you got to pull the trigger and make a decision. So it's tough to be in a state of alertness when there's so many things going on around you, but if you truly want to be a great leader, and you truly want to maximize your potential and truly position us and yourself to be successful in the future, we've got to be able to be alert and seize opportunity when it comes by. Carpe diem. Hey, until next time, this has been Rod Olson for Providence Hospitality Partners, and I want to make sure that you make it a great day.